The Jakarta we know today has gone through several name changes. As time progressed, so did the technology in Jakarta. It started with the name Sunda Kelapa in the 14th century and has evolved into Jakarta as it is today. Let's get to know how Jakarta has changed.
The village is Sunda Kelapa. As mentioned earlier, the name Sunda Kelapa was known in the 14th century. At that time, the community lived focused on trade and the harbor. Sunda Kelapa is the name of the harbor that still operates today. The trade that took place in the harbor area involved merchants from India, Europe, and Arabia. In addition to working at the harbor, some people also worked as textile artisans, metal workers, and shipbuilders. The majority of people at that time practiced Hinduism and Buddhism and taught over time. Most of the have now converted to Islam. Sunda Kelapa was also part of the Sunda Kingdom, which was centered in Pajajaran. The language spoken by the majority of the community was Sundais.
Now, Sunda Kelapa has been changed to remain the port of Sunda Kelapa.
Then the Sunda Kingdom was conquered by the Demak Sultanate, and the name Sunda Kelapa was changed to Jayakarta. Although the economy remained centered around the same activity, which was at the harbor. During the Jayakarta period, the harbor became much busier as a trading hub. The local people still work largely as textile artisans, metal workers, and shipbuilders. In another aspect, namely religion, there was a significant change. The majority of the population, which was previously Hindu and Buddhist, had largely converted to Islam during this period. Additionally, the Chinese ethnic group became increasingly dominant in trade. Although Jayakarta had become more advanced, conflicts still frequently occurred with foreign traders, such as the Portuguese and the Dutch.
Then, in 1621, the name Jayakarta was changed to Batavia. The Batavia period was heavily influenced by the VOC, and the area became a central hub for trade connecting Asia and Europa. The port became increasingly busy to the point that it could be considered one of the busiest ports in the world. At the time, VOC controlled the spice trade. The community did not only work at the port but also engaged in crafting, and some were involved in agriculture. Religion also grew during this period, with not only Islam but also Protestant Christianity become more widely embraced by the people. This was influenced by the Dutch colonial presence, which could be said to have dominated the Batavia region. VOC not only played a role in trade but increasingly took part in governance, eventually controlling every aspect of life in Batavia during that time.
In 1956, the name Batavia was officially changed to Jakarta. The life of the community became more advanced and modern. The focus was no longer solely on the port. During this time, society began to develop further. Many people worked in banks, government offices, and other sectors. Technology also advanced during this era, and this is how Jakarta looks these days. As Jakarta continued to develop, the city became increasingly congested due to the growing number of hostels. With prosperity and greater well-being, people owned more cars. The infrastructure in Jakarta also became more modern. Many transportation systems were developed to address traffic congestion, such as the MRT and LRT, and recently, a high-speed train named Bus was introduced. Religion and ethnic groups in Jakarta became very diverse because many people migrated to the city. Shopping centers, restaurants, tourist attractions, and entertainment venues were increasingly built during this time. In terms of education, Jakarta can be considered more advanced compared to other regions in Indonesia because it is the capital city. As a result, education and healthcare in Jakarta are priorities. However, due to the increasing population density, air population in Jakarta has worsened. Until now, the government is still working on solutions to address this pollution problem.
Who do you think you are? Some kind of celebrity? Just wait and see.
The theme is a type of transportation that has a long and important history in the development of transportation systems in various territories, including Indonesia. Trains were first introduced to Indonesia in the late 19th century during the Dutch colonial period. On the South 1869, as draw train began operating in Jakarta, which was then known as Batavia.
The oplet was a vehicle that, at the time, was not only used as public transportation or an angkot, but also as a private vehicle. Interestingly, the oplet arrived in Indonesia in the 1930s, a few years before Indonesia gained independence. The oplet became very popular and was even widely used as public transportation in Jakarta. However, over time, it was considered outdated and needed to be replaced with other modes of transport. In 1979, the governor of DKI Jakarta, Tejo Kropranola, issued a policy that retired the oplet from the streets of the capital, replacing it with a more practical mode of transport called the microlet.
Metro Mini was a bus introduced in 1962 by Governor Sumarmo in Jakarta to transport participants of the Sport Festival of Developing Countries. The Metro Mini business began to decline in 2015, not long after the emergence of alternative transportation options such as online transport service and the increasing number of Transjakarta routes. Eventually, the Metro Mini started to disappear in 2018 during the Asian Games in Jakarta.
Helicak is a mode of transportation that existed in Jakarta in the 1970 years ago. The name helicak comes from a combination of helicopter and becak, a traditional rickshaw, because the design of the helicak cabin resembles that of a helicopter, while its function is similar to that of a becak, which can carry two passengers.
Here are some modern vehicles that are currently used by the people of Jakarta, with the presence of transportation options like the LRT, MRT, and Transjakarta. Life for the people of Jakarta has become easier and more efficient. Moreover, that availability of modern transportation indicates that Indonesia is becoming more advanced.